welcome to this training video for NOVA. This is a K12 Strong Workforce program video, and today we're talking about how to add or remove different partners from your K12 plans. First things first, we're going to talk about different types of K12 partners, the roles and approvals, and then also changes by partner type, because there's a very big difference between your collaborative partners, higher ed partners, and then your partner agencies. This is NOVA. So as you can see, this is a certified and approved 21-22 plan in NOVA. If we look at the Preview and Submit tab here, we can see a few things. We can see the lead is Tri-Cities ROP. And they've got El Rancho Unified, got South Whittier Elementary, Whittier Union, and yep, there's those three as their partner agencies. Then they also have higher ed partners down here, Cerritos College, Rio Hondo College, Tri-Cities ROP Educational Foundation. Before changing anything, you can see there's a lot of partners involved with this one. We've got the kind of 4 lead and the 3 partners. You also have your higher ed and collaborative partners. To make changes to any of them, the first thing you have to do is get this back into an editable state. You can change some budgets and contacts without having to decertify it, but not changing partners. So we're going to have to hit this decertify button. I can do this if I am the project lead contact, which I will now do. One of the things I always say, if you're going to plan to decertify your plan, make the changes and resubmit it. Don't leave it in draft. One of the things we always remind people, this is what this is saying, is if your plan is in draft, you will not be able to access or update your fiscal reporting. You have to have a plan certified and approved before that. So I'm going to decertify to make sure it's not decertified for long. All right, now that it's decertified, you can see all these different sections from the planning workflow over here. The 2 we're really going to care about are the lead and partner agencies and higher ed and collaborative partners. So let's talk about collaborative partners and higher ed partners because they are easier. So there's 2 types of contacts in here. Let's talk higher ed partners first. You can see they have a couple already. Let's go ahead and add another one. Let's say they're working with UCLA. There we go. Every public higher ed school in California is in NOVA. You don't have to make it. You can find it. Similarly, if your user's already in here, you can use them. Try to use the project viewer role. If you're adding a higher ed or collaborative partner, that is going to be required for every collaborative or higher ed partner because we have to have some sort of contact from the agency. They do not have any power in NOVA. They just have visibility on this one plan. If you can't find them in the system, you can add them by filling this out and hitting invite user over here. That will invite them with a very, very limited abilities to do anything in NOVA, but I will give them a NOVA account. So that's adding a higher ed partner. If we wanted to add a collaborative partner down here, we can do that as well. Collaborative partners, again, there's an existing database in NOVA, but it's not complete because obviously we don't have every single business and organization in the state. But let's just go, sure, ABC Community Organization. So we're going to add them as a partner. And unlike the higher ed partners, it's going to ask us a few more questions here, like what is this partnership about? So we're going to say they're fiscal, maybe they're doing some match and they're also helping us with curriculum development. We do have to have a user again. Project viewer is the right choice, unless they're, doing a lot of match and you want someone from this organization involved in reporting. That's how we add a partner. So we add a collaborative partner, we add a higher ed partner. To remove both, we use this bottom right hand here. Each one of these boxes, you can see this remove partner. So let's just do that for the one we just made. You sure want to remove them? Yes, I do. Easy enough process. Collaborative partners and higher ed partners, as you can see, just remove the 2 I made, are easy to add and remove. They do not have much of a problem. However, if you're talking about partner agencies, they do. You obviously can't remove the lead because it is the lead, but we can remove K12 partner agencies. Now keep in mind, these are very intertwined with the overall plan. The ADA gets factored in, for example, and they are usually funded, which means they have budgets associated. So in order to remove one, we have to account for all of that kind of intermixing. So if I were to click this remove agency button, it's going to tell me to remove it from the budget and match on the project. On some areas, we'll need to update it before it can be submitted again. Additionally, they're going to take away the ADA unemployment rate, which could be factored in for kind of the funding allowability. And the agency must complete reporting for the current year because it may have already spent money, and that needs to be factored. So it's telling us all of this, but it is going to let us remove it. So we're going to click OK. It's going to say, okay, they only had $1,000 planned, right? They didn't spend anything. They weren't planning to do a match. So this one isn't that big of a deal. But if you look down at the budget now, you'll see it's incomplete because the $1,000 that that organization had been contributing is no longer in the budget. And if we scroll down to the bottom of this page, or sorry, not to the bottom of the page, just to the bottom of the partner agencies, we see this is new. It says, El Rancho Unified removed. It's all in gray. It's not in white anymore. Unemployment's been crossed out. The ADA's been crossed out. It's only on here as a record of what was. But you'll see it's essentially just turns it inactive or gray or deleted, but it's still there. Similarly, let's go over to the budget match now. You see we used to have $1,000, but now that budget is still here. But again, it says removed. So we have to make that budget somewhere. And let's just give it to the lead agency. And we've essentially put that money back into the budget. So now we can resubmit this. You can remove partner agencies. You just need to essentially account for the funding that was going to be spent to complete any existing fiscal reporting, and then make sure that you're not dropping yourself out of your ADA band. Once you have made those changes and made any adjustments necessary in the budget side, we can go back here, preview and submit. If we want to add a partner agency, that is much easier. Scroll down all the way to the bottom of the partner agencies down here. See this add partner agency button. We are going to say add an elementary school. Let's go high school district. There we go. If you actually know what you're looking for and don't just type in random letters, it works much better. All right, so we've added this partner. We have to answer some questions. If you were awarded, you have to answer questions of that. I'm just gonna say no to all of these, but if I did say yes, I could. And ask participating schools, which this is what? El Monte Union High. So participating schools is probably going to be something like El Monte High. Add a school. Now, NOVA does have CDS codes on file for every public institution in California, so you shouldn't have to find anything. But we can add a contact again, just similar to adding contacts for the other ones. Because this is a partner agency, we do want to make them the project contributor and reporter, as opposed to the viewer. This is required for any sort of partner agency and allows them to have somebody from their agency that can complete their portion of the fiscal reports. And now that we've added both of those, the last thing we need to do, because we added someone, is they now have a budget. So let's take that $1,000 that we took away from the agency we removed at the top here. Let's actually free up $10,000, which now that I've removed it, you can see this update right here. And let's go down to that organization we just added, which is going to be El Monte Union High. And we're going to take that 10 grand and just say they're going to spend it on classified salaries in year 3. Now I've added the organization, I've removed a partner, moved some budgets around. The amount up here is still the allocation. I'm not allowed to deviate from kind of this number up here, but now that everything's settled and direct looks good, I do need one more thing. I added a partner agency, which means I need a couple of documents because these are required for every partner. So we're going to go ahead and add El Monte Union High. It tells me these two are required. It doesn't actually care what I upload, just that I upload something. And I can just do this twice. Upload both documents using this window. And now both of these are green checks because I've uploaded something and called it the statement of assurance and program evaluation. Now you'll see all of my work plan steps are completed. I've changed my partners around, and I've made all the associated necessary requirements to the budget, the supporting documents. Now I can go ahead and hit preview and submit. Submit, submit. This is going to get approved by the regional consortia again. These are pretty big changes, right? You're moving around partners and stuff, so this does need to get reapproved, which I can do in Sandbox right now. Normally, this would have to go to the RCs. But you'll see that once this is essentially all buttoned up and restored, fiscal reporting now is also updated. We've removed kind of the one organization, and we've added El Monte Union High. They're now at the top here with that $10,000 budget in Object Code 2000. And now they're just an organization. If you look back at the original years, they're there too. So you can, kind of make some historical changes, and the fiscal report matches the plan. If you have any kind of technical issues, I always end every video with this. This is the help desk. You hit this and submit support request right here. Fill this form out, and the Chancellor's Office help desk for NOVA will respond pretty quickly, usually within a day or so. That is it. Thank you very much.